Hello and welcome. My name is Esther. I'm an artist, a healer, a guide, a teacher. I do many things. And so today I just wanted to speak about personal growth for the collective. This year has been an opportunity for personal growth and transformation. So I just wanted to see what comes through with the oracles today. And I also brought a little clay Ganesha, which is the remover of obstacles. So where are obstacles being removed or shifted? And just the reminders of where we're learning through personal growth and internal accountability through the shifts that are happening. Because right now, humanity is facing quite the challenge, and you may have been going through that in different ways of your life. So we're just going to get some oracle messages from the Rose Oracle. This is a very beautiful healing deck. Oh, wow, a lot flew out. This is actually 6. So let's see what happens. Obviously, we've been going through a lot because 6 oracles flew out here this morning. So first you got the wastelands. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Beautiful. So hopefully you can see that okay. Wow. And at her back here is like this blooming and this water and just these cracks. So definitely a time for inner honor, respect, and grace as you heal and really tending to your being with a lot of kindness. You also got release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. Wow. Very powerful messages today. So certainly a massive transformation in the collective, and especially those who are following a spiritual path. You may be met with even more of a responsibility to truly shift, right? And truly heal, truly changing the way that you pattern your life, or taking accountability where you need to heal, whether that's health related, the mind, the body, the soul, how you act and react, or even what shifts in your external world need to be adjusted, honored, and finding that reformed resilience to move through the changes that you're presented with. You also got held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. Exactly. So you are certainly being held by the spiritual world. You are also being held by your community, your family, your friends. There is help all around you. So really open to the help and surrender in the grace to receiving, right? Especially if you're a natural giver, then a part of your karmic learning may be to receive in harmony with what you give out. And you also got Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. Exactly. So you're certainly in a transformative, evolving state right now. And that is no small feat. Because all of this work, all of this transformation is truly leading you home, not only to the alignment of your authenticity, but your soul's calling and whom you came and incarnated to be in this world, in the earth, and the work that your soul would like to carry out in this lifetime. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings. Wow. Very, very profound. You also got the sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Exactly. So this is no small oracle here, collective. So for those of you who resonate with this, who have really been challenged both in your inner life and your external life this year, with a lot of transformation, then this is really where Spirit is saying, first and foremost with the wastelands. With sustainability slowing down and tending to your garden, this is kind of like Where have you been moving perhaps so fast through life that you have not been paying attention to your body, to how you're feeling, and even to recognize your emotions in balance with the mind, right? Because sometimes we can go so swept up by our emotions that it almost becomes overwhelming, and we can get stuck in a little bit of disorientation or insanity, right? Because there is this kind of saying, how does it go? It's where your triggers are your friends, right? So when you're being triggered in the external world, that is actually a gift to sense into the body and discern, where is this deep-rooted pain in me needing to heal? Where in me am I perhaps denying the self unconsciously in some aspect or another? And where you can be a little more gentle, kind, and graceful with your body, and the harmony of where you're maybe not bringing enough awareness into what you need, or where you need to make those shifts. Because any trigger that is presenting itself, it's really to show you, or even actions that you may have made, it's not to hold guilt and regret over it, but it is to transform it into accountability and wisdom so that you can create the correct shifts, and being really gentle and kind with your body as you do so. Because the Wastelands is really about taking the inner quiet to really see, where am I over giving or over pouring to a point of depletion? And is that even serving my work or my family or my community or myself, right? And so it's like, where is that need coming from? Is it a need to feel worthy by overgiving? Or is it that, what is the learning there? So what Spirit is saying is, with these wastelands, it's like, where can you honor this beautiful temple? Because our body carries us through life. It is about honoring both the physical form and the mental, emotional form. It is about taking accountability of where we need to shift our habits, our patterns, and adjust with life so as to reattain your worth, your value, and your inner resilience, so that you can move forward and carry out your work that you really, really believe in, and the beauty that you are, right? We need to honor this beautiful temple that holds our soul spirit through this journey. It is so vital. And that may be even just in little adjustments. Are you needing a little more nourishment in what you're taking in? Are you needing more movement with your body that's really helping the mental, emotional, or the psyche? Are you needing more study or healthy, constructive tools that help you navigate through? And it's like, especially if you, collective, which most likely you are quite an empath or a sensitive or a brilliant mind that truly is here to help humanity and the earth in some form of your career, that's where it's really vital and important to keep yourself whole and strong so that you can retain and carry out your destiny and your soul's work, but where it's sustainable and where it is resilient and strong, but in tandem with all that you overpour for the benefit of others, humanity, and the earth or your family. It's also about balancing it with how are you pouring back into your own cup. And that's how we become better partners, better friends, better parents, better community, and especially in your work. This is a necessary balance that humanity is learning now. And that's why we're kind of seeing so much within the body boiling to the surface, perhaps anxieties or fears or stressors or guilt or resentment or anger or frustration or depression even. These are opportunities where your higher being and your body is trying to express to you to slow down. It's trying to express to you where you need to shift, where you maybe need to hold that radical inner honesty of recognizing, where am I putting myself last? Where can I remove these obstacles, right? Where can I also make those adjustments, not only for my highest good, for the highest good of all that around me, and truly show up? Because I'll get a quick clarifier. This is from the deck that is about personal growth. So Spirit, oh, thank you. That flipped out right away. So in regards to that, you got 10 of Swords in reverse, the Star, Page of Wands, and 6 of Pentacles. Exactly. So with the 10 of Swords in reverse, this is what you're healing out. You're healing out a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal, perhaps even where you betrayed yourself, where you weren't growing, you weren't learning, you weren't remembering where, in past where you needed to shift. So maybe the universe shifted things for you this year, and that could have been crumbling of relationships. That could have been a health concern that you had to face and take recognition for, to really honor your vessel, your temple, your body. It could have been job loss or financial shifts, to really take accountability of, where is my worth or my lack or my beliefs holding me back? Where are those shifts needing to go? Because this is immense pain of past, and this is immense transformative energy that you most likely have gone through in 2025. This was no easy year. So this is really where Spirit is saying, you have been doing the work, you have been adjusting the movements, and now it's about that radical inner authority to really sustain new patterns and habits and accountability, so that you can honor the being and the body, honor what you've moved beyond, honor where the universe and circumstances and situations, whether you've caused them or they were caused to you, are teaching and guiding you into the right path, into making those adjustments. Because sometimes when we don't listen, sometimes the universe will get louder, and we will be faced with a challenge where we are ultimately have to take accountability. We have to make those shifts and those changes. And that is actually a blessing and a gift, because it's leading you to the higher timeline. It's leading you to where you're meant to go. Because you also, in confirmation of the wastelands, where you need to tend to your garden, slow down, and really heal in a sustainable way, so that it's not overnight, right? Healing does not happen overnight. It's about also what came through here that Spirit brought was the 6 of Pentacles, right? Growing your garden, this natural giving and receiving, even with the hands of light and dark, right? And the unity of humanity. The unity of humanity only comes and births when we unify within our being, within our internal world, within our internal autonomy and our inner respect and authority. Only you can change you, and thus by changing you, you change the world. That becomes the consciousness evolution of resonance. So this is tending to your garden, all this blooming, this balanced giving and receiving, and wealth and overpouring, this interconnectedness and the harmony that is birthing out for you now. And it's wanting to come in if it's not already coming in. It depends where you are in this timeline. But Spirit is saying this is why all of this is happening, because it's pouring out the old. It's showing you where you need to grow and shift, where you need to align, so that the right elements for your highest good are pouring in and the inner growth is being established. This new blooming both in your inner world and thus transforming into your outer world. Because you also got Page of Wands, right? Sacral energy with the crystal here. This is about going inward, perhaps needing more meditation, more quiet, more inner accountability and recognition. Where is it that your sacral chakra, which is your creative center, this is about feeling safe to express and create in the world and share your gifts. And it's a reminder that the apple is, not for the tree. It is the fruit and the nourishment that we gift out. It is about aligning with your own authenticity, your own spiritual gifts to share that with the world and with others so that they too may heal, right? This is like a domino effect, and what a beautiful blooming that you're stepping into. Even with her blue hair, that is really connected to the throat chakra of the blue. So this is the expression of your highest truth. And that is both the highest truth in the mind and in your words. How are you communicating? Our words are powerful. You are powerful. So you're rediscovering that inner magic, but only within the time to go quiet, to really connect within, because what's coming out of this, what is here for you, is the star. The star came out. Your willingness to heal is leading you into your highest timeline. It's making room for you to really bloom from that heart center, your heart's desire, your heart's work, receiving all that really acknowledges and honors your heart, honors your worth and your value. The people who respect you and celebrate your successes, all of that is blooming in. And it's because of your willingness to really take accountability and create those shifts and those changes. And that's exactly what you're doing. So Spirit is reminding you that there is immense prosperity in all ways coming in. This is prosperity in health, in wealth, in relationships, in home, in family, in community. This is a full circle. The star is about following your true north and really connecting in alignment with your inner honor, your inner temple. Release the Petals came out next for you in today's oracle, and that was about transformation, death, and rebirth. It's shedding and it's all change. And so it's amazing. Not easy to go through, very painful. And you have to honor and recognize, the transformation that's happening and the time that it takes to really, allow your nervous system and your body to recalibrate, because transformation means shedding the old, removing the old masks. And it also means where you may be faced with old patternings or the subconscious that can trickle in, right? Old sabotaging thoughts, or as you begin to transform, it's an ego death. So the old ego, the old conditioning sometimes wants to rear its head and say, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I know nothing, or how am I going to get through this? Or how am I ever going to heal from this pain? How am I ever going to recover from this illness? How am I ever going to rebuild in the financial, horrific, horrible situation I'm now facing? And this is where Spirit is saying, do not lose hope, because this is actually a blessing. This is actually making room for all the abundance to pour in. So to trust in the changes, trust in the transformation, because this is releasing to make room. This is about the butterfly, the emerging. And this year is exactly that. It's the Ouroboros. It's shedding the old skin. And this is not an easy year. This is a very potent, high frequency, high energy, challenging year, because it's really testing you on not only a physical, mental, emotional level, but also a spiritual and destined level. So the more tumultuous the waters, it actually means that your spiritual calling is more significant. Spirit is preparing you for this newfound form of courage, resilience, and strength. So really do not fear, because you are held. You are held more than you know. So Spirit, any personal growth information, thank you, advice for this transformation. Wow. Wow. All upright. You got 2 of Cups. So this is divine alignment, but this is within the inner being. Yes, new relationships that are truly aligned for you will come in, new collaborations, new friendships, new loving relationships. But ultimately, this is the 2 of Cups in your inner world. Because without us first strengthening our inner being and becoming more responsible for the inner work that we're doing, we cannot receive that of our highest timeline. It starts within. So Spirit is saying you are reharmonizing the light and the dark within your being. You are realigning within your autonomy and divinity. Divinity for sure. Divinity for sure. Especially with this weaving between the cups, this alignment of the up and down, it's a lot like almost like a DNA strand in its form. You know, you're up leveling your consciousness, your physical body may even be shifting for the better. And this is really about, you know, the inner respect, the inner authority, and where you're reattaining a deepening of your inner relationship, making friends with yourself again, sending your own heart love from you. Because you also got 7 of Swords, right? This is about holding what you know. This is about no longer fighting. These other swords, they're elevated, right? They're not really able to pierce, and there's a bit of a protection veil here. And look, you've got all of these swords against the other swords coming at you. You've already done so much work. You already hold way more than what's coming at you. So you are able to fight this off. You are winning. You have the higher capacity through this challenge. You have the tools. You have more weapons than what's being fired at you. And that may be honestly the subconscious. It's the mind, right? But you understand the higher view because you also got, oh my gosh, 10 of Pentacles. This is high wealth. This is tree of life. This is the honor through the life cycles, through your growth, through all the mistakes or challenges or obstacles. That is really what's birthed your magic. So do not feel bad or burdened or sad or regretful, especially if you feel that there's actions that maybe you wish did not happen. It's about, we have to go through it to learn, right? Every human being makes mistakes. Every human being goes through struggle and obstacle. That's the natural law of life and our journey on earth. And we will never stop going through challenges and obstacles. They're just going to come in different forms. But what matters is how you move through them, how you meet them, how you honor them for your personal growth, how you can really take accountability and shift for the better with where you're asked to shift. Because that's really what the evolving is about. It's about the recognition, right? And the learning from these elements rather than remaining in suffering. No, this is leading you to the 10 of Pentacles. This is leading you to your tree of life. This is leading you to the interconnectedness, rooting you in your grounding and raising you up into the higher consciousness, in the branches, in all your knowledge, your wisdom, your gifts, your learning, your growth, your magic. This is overpouring, right? There's leaves on this tree. There's abundance here. There's massive abundance that's overpouring in because of all of this that you've gone through. You also got 4 of Swords confirming this transformation. So this is massive, like very powerful. With the lightning here, this is like lightning strikes, right? But you can see this sword is resting. These 3 are in the ground. They're no longer needing to be that of pain. You can put it down. This is like radical tower moments, right? With this lightning, this darkness, this intensity, But then with this purple of the higher view, the third eye, the intuitive capacity, this is like, boom, you're making it through these storms. But these tower moments that you've faced this year, these crumblings, this immense pain or loss or suffering or transformation or changes that you've really had to overcome, has become the powerful element of your growth and your change, because you got Queen of Wands after that. And look at that. All the stars within her cloak. Look at this wand that she's balancing, and this massive amount of energy and shining out, not only to the world, but to the heavens above. And the snake around her. This is learning from this year. This is aligning with the energy of this year. This is where, if you've gone through all this transformation, then you are within the higher timeline. You are within the consciousness evolution. You are on time. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm behind. Oh my gosh, why are all these horrible things happening? Why have they happened? No, don't allow that monkey mind of past to trickle in. It's not about that. It's about this renewal. It's about your power and your authority taking form. Look how calm she is, in harmony with the snake. The snake also honoring this power of her balancing this wand, and the significance and the resonance that now it's shining out to the planet, to the stars above. Your soul and spirit integrated. You are of the stars. So this is no small reading. Wow, collective. I'm always amazed by this. You also got held, right? So the next one being sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, and community. So this is about gratitude. Where can you hold gratitude of not only your guides, guardian angels, your ancestors, your spiritual team, where they are holding you, they are guiding you. They see your pain, they see your tears, they see everything you've been through. They understand the loss, but they're reminding you that this is preparing you for so much greater. It's preparing you for bigger. It's teaching you, it's growing you. It's establishing you into a new form of uprightedness and integrity and honor and authority, because where you weren't learning, this is where these changes needed to happen so that you could learn, you could shift, and you could change for the better. It's gifted you this opportunity. And they're saying, do not worry, you're protected, you are loved. And where can you hold gratitude for all of those who have helped you along the way? Where can you hold gratitude for the small moments that have helped you, have nourished you, have lent a sweetness or a kindness? And to focus on that, to focus on the gratitude of where you have received rather than the lack. Focus on where you've received, where you have nourished yourself, where you have gifted yourself an opportunity to change, where you have received from your community or your family or your friends or the earth or animal spirit guides or the whispers of those sweet and gentle reminders of your value. Any advice here on the held for the collective, please, Spirit, for personal growth? Thank you. So 3 poured out here. Wow. 5 of Pentacles. So again, the tree. Yeah, you've built it, right? This is in your trunk. This is your solid foundation. This is where you have it. You have it strong. Connect with nature right now as well. Mother Earth is really holding humanity now more than ever, and because she too is evolving and we are of the earth, we are evolving with her. So this is also a reminder of, with all the resilience that you've already built, all this hard work that you have kept going, even through the hardest of days, even when no one saw it, even when no one saw your tears or your pain, all of this that you've gone through, this has established a foundation. This has established this strengthening through your trunk, through your tree, right? You also got 9 of Wands with the sun above, right? You're reaching for higher heights, and you can see even this bandage here on the wands. There's pain and scars there, but the pain and the scars become a part of our beauty. Without our challenge and obstacle, we don't understand to respect and honor and hold gratitude for all that we have, right? We need that polarization to really understand the light, to really understand the sun and the inner worth and value that we hold. It's only through this turmoil that we really bloom, right? It's like the lotus. You also got 5 of Swords. Exactly. So this is where you've had a lot of pain, right? This has really hurt you. It's what you've been holding on to that you need to let go of. What are you still holding on to in this pain that is piercing you that you can let go of? Take this out of your hands. You don't need to carry the pain forever, right? So Spirit is saying, where is your pain, past mistakes? Where is it that you can forgive the self or forgive others? Where is it teaching you? Where can you let it go? Where can you honor it with grace? Where can you learn from it? Where can you send love to yourself and send love to others in a deepening of the understanding, right? Temple of the Rose also came out. So Temple of the Rose was ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. Exactly. This is powerful because all of this is preparing you for your destiny. It's preparing you for your highest timeline. Because without all of this to go through, we would not be strong enough to carry forth all the work that you are meant to do in the future and whom you're meant to be. The strength and resilience that you're holding with the consciousness evolution to come back to the heart resonance. The heart is your wisdom. It understands this higher element of where all this growth and learning is actually what's obtaining new capacities and wisdom to be applied. It's where you will hold this strength and this resilience for obstacles and challenges to come and be the light and the force for others. This is powerful. Temple of the Rose, this is where you're being prepared, right? You're being prepared for your highest timeline. Oh, thank you. So confirmation on that. Oh my gosh. You got the Chariot. Fast forward movement into your highest timeline, your destiny. You are leaping, you are free. Look at this like exciting, beautiful dance and this like spirit led with the bird here. This cloak, this liberation of the I am, right? This is where the overpouring and the freedom is coming in because of your willingness. And don't worry, this too shall pass, right? We don't stay in these hard points forever, but we have to learn how to move through it. We have to learn how to honor and hold grace and compassion and kindness, both for the self and for the others in regards to leaping forward, because you're going to miraculous places. You have set yourself free. So that's why you had to go through this. It's because it's brought you to your liberation. This is massive forward movement. The Chariot is a blessing, absolute blessing into your destiny. Activation, right? This is about power of your expression. This is about aligning with your true soul's calling. This is about aligning with your true magic, your authenticity, your soul and spirit shining out bright. This is amazing. You got 2 of Pentacles. Exactly. Balanced giving and receiving. Wealth. Incredible. And within the fall, which is just so happens to be the season that I'm in right now with where I'm located in the world. It is the fall. And the fall is about the dying away, right? It's about the renewal. And the earth goes through this dying and rebirth process, right? So you're on time with what is the old that's dying away to make new for the room for the new that will come in probably, especially in 2026, because we're still in 2025. We're still now applying the learning and the growth, and we're at least gifted that opportunity to apply the learning and the growth so you can be resilient and strong for what's to come. You also got Queen of Cups as your confirmation. This is amazing. The Chariot, the Queen of Cups, this is very much emotional, overpouring, overflow. This is honoring your being, knowing your worth and your value, having more than enough to overpour for others, overpour for the self, overpour for your family, your community, your health, your work. Very divinely aligned. You also got the Fertile Void, Inner Winter, Rest, Patience, Potency, Secret Beginnings. Exactly. So you're working on something quite powerful here. And through the winter months is going to be your opportunity to really balance that inner work, right? Really take this opportunity to go within. This is the Michaelic age, right? This is Archangel Michael. Call on Archangel Michael, who is now ascending to Archai, to assist you in your protection, in your movement forward, in your strengthening, in your understandings of where you're growing. Because the rest and the inner winter, this is where we face the self. This is where the transformation's really going on. So you may find through the remainder of the year that quite a powerful amount of change will happen should you allow it. Because only you can change yourself, right? It's your willingness to really allow for these quiet, introspective times so that you can really remain in the higher, but also to allow yourself to rebloom in this brand new, strengthening, powerful, unshakable, beautiful being that is quite the leader. This is quite powerful. Any advice on the winter and the introspection? Thank you, Spirit. One card flew out. Six of Swords. Exactly. So with the Six of Swords now being on top of water, this is where the pain is now alchemized out. It's flowing through. You're understanding the higher wisdom, right? Water is very powerful, but it also has the capacity to move through obstacles and challenges, right? Water can be both nourishing as well as powerful and dangerous. So this is really where respecting water, respecting and honoring what has happened for the power it's gifted you. Because the water is very intuitive. It is a very sacred element. It both nourishes the human being, but it can also be, it can be ice, it can be snow, it can be warm, it can be cold, it can be hot, it can be boiling. Water is transient. So it's really about going into those inner, deeper depths of yourself, the emotional realm. What have all your emotions this year taught you? What have all these experiences, actions, and reactions gifted you in the wisdom? That's where these swords are pointing to. This is alchemy. This is immense transformation. And that only happens by the inner world, the inner being. Wow. Sacred Union was your last oracle. This one is beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Exactly. When you're whole within yourself, then what's outside of you is whole, right? What's outside of us in our experiences is truly a reflection of self. It's either where you need to shift, change, grow, learn, or where you're aligned or unaligned, right? And because of your willingness, this is so powerful. Because this is where you're blooming. This is where you're blooming into your highest timeline. This is where you're blooming into the true you. This is where your power is unshakable. You hold your own autonomy. So now you're going to be in a place where, regardless of the chaos or what's going on around you, regardless of the opinions of others, You no longer absorb it and take it on. You no longer need to make that your story. You now decide your story. You now are in your driver's seat. You now hold that respect, that inner love, that inner peace, that inner harmony, and thus it carries out in all that you do and all that you experience. So you're really leveling up in the consciousness. So just know that your leveling up has been a cause of all of this shakeup this year. It's because you're transforming for the better. It's not a burden. It's not something negative. So do not view it that way, because it's not that at all. It's actually a very powerful element of where you're being shifted for the better, because you are certainly in the sacred union. This is bringing you into sacred union with self. This is bringing you into inner love, inner authority, knowing your worth and your value, your respect, your boundaries. Oh, I'm so passionate because this is so exciting and I'm so proud of you. And I want you to know that this is, even though it's perceived painful, it's a gift. It's an opportunity. It's growing you. It's strengthening you. It's bringing you into a brand new, higher, it's like emotional intelligence. You're maturing, you're graduating, you're leveling up. This is a big, big deal. Big, big deal. Sacred union, to get this card, to really hold that inner honor, big deal. Takes a lot of work, a lot of strength, and that is evident that you have been doing exactly that, and that's what you've been facing this year. Yeah, wow. Beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Any advice there for personal growth for the collective in regards to their inner bonding, their inner union, their inner love and respect and authority? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Wow. 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 I can't believe what came out. This is exciting. I'm going to share the other one for last because this is very exciting. So you first got the Three of Swords, right? No longer at war with the self. No longer at war with the self. This is where the mind and the old ego that has died away tried to hold you back, right? This is where you've now obtained a new sight on where you've unconsciously self-sabotaged, limited yourself, made yourself small to appease others, been afraid to express your magic. All of those things have transformed. This is a powerful, powerful card because this is no longer at war with self. All this lightning, this power, this shakeups, this tower, both in your inner world, having to face yourself, having to go through all these emotional elements, both things that you've done, things that have been done to you, and you've grown from them. You've had to face them. You've had to acknowledge them. You've had to feel them. Powerful, powerful transformation with the inner union of self. Self-worth, self-respect, because guess what your outcome is? The Empress! One of the best cards in the deck, the Empress. Look at this overpouring, this flow, this cloak of divinity, this cloak of you being of the stars, this overpouring of the conch shell, major wisdom, major alchemy, overflowing, overpouring with absolute magic, absolute divinity, and with the moon here, right? That is very spiritual. The moon is understanding the spiritual and bringing it in to be realized in the 3D physical. This is about completely aligning with Mother Nature, Mother Earth, you. This is understanding a brand new view. This is stepping out of the matrix. This is truly stepping into miracles, magic, and your highest timeline becoming realized, being realized, if not already. Incredible. Thank you, Ganesha, remover of all obstacles, because I'm honestly speechless a little bit about this reading because this is no small feat. So if this resonated with you, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you like this channel. Obviously, I am very unknown still on YouTube. So even if you found this reading, it's even more powerful. And so I would love to hear from you, because this is no small feat. This is no small feat. To evolve takes immense courage, strength, resilience, and inner accountability. And it is not easy to, for a lot of people to really allow themselves to take responsibility for their actions, their reactions, and for the capacity to really learn from the harder elements of life. So most deny. So the fact that you're meeting it, the fact that you're moving through it, is no small feat. And it only confirms and affirms your power and the power of your soul, your spirit, and the work you came here to do, and the light that you are. You are a healer of the ages. You are a natural leader. And this is a whole newfound form of level up strength, resilience, integrity, and willingness to shift for the better. Full accountability for all that you are. And with that newfound form of power being realized in all ways, you're going to be quite unstoppable, unshakable. This is more than a glow up. This is very destiny aligned, because you are being prepared to step into your highest timeline, to step into your destiny, your soul's work. Yeah. Wow. Shivers on my body. So many blessings. Sending you so much light and love. I thank you for staying this long. And I appreciate you. So thank you, because we hold each other on this earth, on this planet. Your strength is a collective strength. So I admire you. I thank you, because your willingness to move through tumultuous waters, learn from it, and become more powerful because of it is no small feat. And that is holding the greatest resonance for Mother Earth, for the planet, and beyond. Cheers.